It is in these milk containers, also in the iron pot, if you're wondering. This underground bakery is around 80 years old by now. People back in the days used it for cooking and baking basically everything. You could put fish, meat, vegetables. You could also wash your clothes in here if you wanted. It was actually kind of a hot spot for people all around because this underground bakery is absolutely reliable. Maybe you recognize the weather in Iceland is really unpredictable. So it's absolutely necessary to have something you can really rely on. This is so reliable because it's absolutely independent of the weather and the temperature outside. It's run by our hot spring. So we always have fresh hot water in here. And the steam is basically cooking, in this case, the bread. This is also the reason why the bread's texture is a little bit cakey. Because also we put brown sugar in. So if you're tasting the bread, it will taste a little cakey. Never make the mistake to call it cake though. I did that, I wouldn't recommend. My boss likes to serve it 50-50, 50 butter and 50 bread. Also, feel free to try it. We like to eat it with a little less butter. But it's really traditional. It's our old family recipe, and it's really nice to have. Our bread takes about a day and a half in here, so quite a while. So you can imagine we are only kind of keeping up the tradition by using it. If you like, feel free to touch it so you can get a better impression on the temperature in here. So it is pretty hot, and the temperature always stays the same kind of. Doesn't matter if it's really cold outside or if it's really warm. It's really hot. If you guys have any questions, absolutely feel free to ask me. I'm glad to answer all of them. Else, I will show you our heating system next. Basically right behind your back actually.
Just behind my house.
So this is our heating system. It's actually the first geothermal heating system in Europe. It was built in 1907 by the great-grandfather of the owner of this farm. We're using it for heating basically everything. These pipes run in the stables, the riding hall, the coffee house. Maybe you recognize the coffee house is pretty hot. The reason for that is that we have heated floors everywhere. In summer times, we have all windows and doors open and we are still heating. If I do that at home, my mom would probably kill me. It's absolutely no problem because we never run out of hot water. It's 4 liters per second of hot water from the hot spring running in this tank. So the water you see here is basically overflow. It's just too much and we have to spread it around a little bit to the streets, to the river, to not float this place. The water quality is really good, it's glacier water, so if you'd like to have an eggy smelling and tasting tea, feel free to drink it like that. We like to cool it down first and then we heat it up again, so we don't have any struggle with that. Still, really nice to have, and I think at this point everyone should have their own hot spring in their backyard. It's super nice to have. If you like, I will show you the hot spring next. It's up there, you can just follow me if you like.
It's not just a stable, they explained us all about how the horses are brought here and the different very pure breed of just Icelandic horses. Although they did start with some Mongolian and Arabian horses coming here. And then she's explaining how they create the hot water, actually the hot spring water, and how they put it to use.
It's also what we call our mini geyser.
Mini geyser.
Everything about this one is natural, except this kind of cave we built around. The main purpose is to kind of collect the water, so it all runs fluently through the pipes down in the tank for the heating system, and we can spread it around a little bit. I think another important reason is safety. Can you imagine when we started having kids all around, we wanted to make sure no one falls in. because this water is boiling hot. So you wouldn't want to take this risk. A few weeks ago, we actually had a group of people here. They brought their own eggs, and they were boiling the eggs in here. It worked, but they were also boiling their fingers. So really, I wouldn't recommend, but yeah, I think it's really nice to have still. I really like to come up here and just watch it. And if you look around, we have a lot of hot springs. This one behind the fence, for example, people are using it for their own hot sauna. Oh, it's amazing to see how times change, but really good. I can imagine you like to have some videos without me talking in the background. Absolutely no problem. We'll be down in this blue-gray building. We have some really nice horses in there. Also, when you can...
चलिए जनाब, she's going to take us to the stable. बता रही है कि ये एक्चुअली हॉट स्प्रिंग्स यहाँ पे नेचुरली हैं और इन लोग इससे हर तरह के हीटिंग नीड्स अपनी पूरी करते हैं. अगर ला करके अंडा भी बॉयल करें तो दे डोंट हैव एन इशू विद दैट. To have another clip after this. See you soon at the stable. August 27, 2025. Travel with Amber.